Alright, good morning guys. I wanted to do a little bit of an update for some of the potatoes that I'm doing. But before I do that, I wanted to also show you some of the things that you need in order to get a good potato grow. So I have in the ground right now some red potatoes and some russet potatoes, and so they get different sizes. It can get pretty big. These golden baby potatoes, I just wanted to show you right quick. This is what they call the chit on the potatoes. This is what's kind of required, so that way you can actually you can use them as a potato seed or a seed potato, and then this is effectively the root. And what'll happen is that once these things chit, and you can just put them in a egg carton like this, keep them covered kind of in the dark, sort of middle of the way warm place, and this will happen in about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. In any case, these are ready to plant, and I'll show you here in a minute how that's done. Okay. Alright, so I just wanted to show you what I'm actually growing this in. This is what they call a fabric grow bag. This one is a big one. It's a 20 or 25 gallon grow bag, and the reason I'm using this one for these small ones so I can get plenty of them in there and still have room for them to be able to develop and to grow. Of course, you can use pots or buckets. You can put them right into the ground if you've got good enough dirt. Just cover them with hay. All right, so all you'll want to do is you'll just take your seed potato, and you're just going to drop them in about 2 inches away from the sides. Make a little circle, and like for example this one right here, see if that'll focus. You see how it's kind of got some on the sides? So here's the top, and then you've got 2 chits that are on the side. This is perfect for sitting, as it were, standing straight up. So those roots, these roots on the sides, will go out to produce more potatoes. And then you got to chit a lot of these potatoes, so that way you actually get some that have a good chit. They look healthy still, even after being in the dark for a certain amount of time. And then the rest of them that just won't chit, or they just don't look healthy, I guess, don't use them. Just throw them out. Or one little tip about these things: if after you grow them they look green when you actually harvest them, don't eat them. They're poisonous. So that's about it. All you'll do again is you'll just cover it with another layer of soil. Oh, and by the way, the soils, use organic. Try not to use the Miracle-Gro stuff. Use organic, like those Kellogg brands or something like that. That has try to use organic soils. Don't use the stuff that has all the fertilizer already in it, like a Miracle-Gro. I've used it before, but try to stay organic, because this is stuff you're consuming. So, anyways, each one of these potatoes should produce, if all works out well, it should produce at least 3 to 4 potatoes each. So as the first shoots come up, they have the cilia on the stem. You're going to cover it back up with more soil, so that way that cilia will take root, and more potatoes will be produced until you're at least this high. Once they tip over and they've dried out, you're ready to harvest. Now I'll keep doing some updates so you can see how they develop over the months. And so quickly, I just wanted to show you a update of the potatoes that we actually have in the ground already. So these ones are the russet potatoes. This stuff right here, this white stuff that you see, this is that bone meal. Every time you water, that phosphorus will go into the roots and promote growth. Don't worry about leaves. But this right here is a russet potato. It actually did finally pop up. Get a quick zoom in on that. Well, anyways, here's the growth. This one hasn't quite popped up there. There's 3. And then over here, there's 3. One here, here, and here. Once the stems get up to about at least past the top of the grow bag, that's when you want to fill in more soil. And then here's another one. Over here, these are actually the red potatoes. So there's a lot more growth, much faster. These are also red potatoes. I think I only had 2 of them in here. There might have been a third. And this one hasn't done too well. But this one looks great. There's at least 4 of them here. This